First, I will admit that as my third book by or about Wendell Berry, returning to Port William felt familiar, and so do its characters and themes. The primary draw of Berry is this idyllic pastoral nostalgia for an American era of rural hard work and natural, with a capital N, spiritualism, whether or not it finds its voice in church. Jayber, a protagonist only in that he is the novel's only narrator, reflects back upon his hard-working and earnest life while seeking his own natural connection to the Almighty. For Berry, the good is wrapped up in this idealized encapsulation of memories, of days with sun, cricket, and river, afternoons with old men sharing company at the barber shop, Sundays and in-between times appreciating the clean air and pure voices. There is no real evil in such a community. Everyone perhaps has quiet stories they tell only themselves, but they move forward as best they can. Outside the community, however, is the cruelty and evil of the world, with nameless workmen and ignorant schoolmasters, bringers of war and even upper-class cruelties, modernization and formal education, and the fools who succumb to it. The greatest tragedy in the novel is brought about not by a human, who is blameless in the incident, but by an unexpected arrival of an automobile. Through all of it, Jayber seeks meaning in love and finds them in the most platonic of spaces, in the river which draws him and binds him, his name and relationship to the biblical Jonah, and in his own conception of marriage and devotion. I do not wish to admit that Berry is a fine storyteller, that his prose and his character voices are genuine, authentic, poetic, hence his appeal. Read this as you choose. If you seek to live in the seeming of simpler times, to reflect upon how the modern world has turned everything upside down, to bemoan the economy, and to believe that only here is an idealized love and life possible, this book is for you. If you wonder, however, about the improvident problematics of his chosen love, about the white Christian homogeneity of the community, and about the categorical absolutes of good equals simple and evil equals modern, then perhaps brace up a bit. As I suggested in a review of a different book on Berry, his hypotheses are perhaps sound only when they ignore the vast global voices telling other stories.